Hey everybody, IronFury here, and today we're going to be looking at something different, a game from Adult Swim Games. We're going to be looking at Super Puzzle Platformer Deluxe, which is available on Steam. And I really like this game. I got this game a couple years ago, and first things first, I have to actually reset the controls, because when I recorded this, I just got my new controller, and obviously the game didn't recognize that, so I had to reset the controls. But, yeah, this is a pretty awesome game. As it would imply, the game is a puzzle platformer. And yeah, let's just get into it. I'm going to do the single play. Now, you play as this little platformer character, and you have different types that you can choose from based on different, they all have different attributes and whatnot, and different special abilities. We're going to be playing as the Skull Face, because that's my favorite one to play as. And we're going to start in Troublesome Tech. And first thing you should know is the music in this game is fucking awesome. But, basically we're stuck in this little puzzle trap. And we have to survive. And we also have to blow up these blocks. We collect little bits. Those give us points, but they also, as you can see in the top left corner, will raise our level after, you know, completing the bar. Now, one thing should be noted, if you get crushed by blocks, then you lose all experience in the level that you're currently in, and if you're at level 1 and lose all your experience after you get hit one more time, you die. I just made it to level 2, so if I were to get crushed right now, I would go back to level 1. But, at level 2, now my shot is more powerful, and I can destroy single blocks in one hit. Now, after a while, you will see that traps will start to fall. In Troublesome Tech, we have spikes. There's also some cannons that can fall. And I think that's it. I could be wrong. But I'm just going to quickly take a moment to be quiet so you can listen to this music. But yeah, as you can see, awesome stuff. Now, I just collected a jewel, and the important thing about jewels is, it doesn't matter so much now because I already unlocked every level in the game, but when you first start, Troublesome Tech is the only level you have, and you have to collect a certain number of jewels to unlock each level. And one strategy I like to implement is simply letting blocks stack. As you can see, when two of the same color blocks are together, you'll destroy them all, as opposed to just destroying each block individually. So the more you let stack, obviously the more points you get, the more bits you get, the easier it is to get levels. Oh, and I was wrong, there were explosives as far as other traps go. But right now I'm actually in a pretty tricky situation, because one thing of note that you have to get used to is when you shoot your power or your weapon or whatever you happen to be at the time, you move slightly, and that can actually mess with you. Now, I just collected enough bits here that I was able to collect this power star, and this basically is your invincibility, and you have a couple seconds to basically run wild, break as much stuff as you can. And in some cases, you can actually collect enough that you can actually get another star. And this is a real easy way to rack up a lot of points. Oh wow, there was a drill too. I totally forgot about that. And I don't think I can do anything here. Yep, I couldn't do anything. That's gonna happen sometimes. No, you can do, and after each time you die, you get to see the board. No, I have not beaten the high score yet. I'm not that good at this game. and I accidentally pressed to continue. So we're going to go back. It says main menu, but it's really just the character select screen it takes you back to. So we're going to pick the same guy. And we're going to go to War of the Woods, which, you know, this music, probably the weakest song in the game, but it took me a while to kind of appreciate it for what it was worth. Now this level, obviously the blocks are still the same, but we have some new traps. We're going to get some rotating saws, and some other stuff that I honestly don't remember at the moment. I didn't mention this already, but the crates, they contain just extra bits. Usually not too many, maybe like 4 or 5 in a little cluster. They're really best served when, you know, you're close to getting that next level, and you're just not finding anything really good as far as combos go. Okay, yeah, we have some saws here. Unfortunately, oh god, we got missiles too, or something, or some kind of cannon. But, yeah, okay, we have an energy cannon. The cool thing about traps is, if they happen to be on top of blocks that you shoot, they will destroy the traps for you. So, you aren't completely stuck. Giving you a chance to listen to some of that music for a bit. Good stuff. Now, occasionally after a while, you will just get, like, basically entire lines that fall on you, and you want to make your way to the sliver of a space that you got to kind of, you know, sneak through. The thing is, this game, it can be very unforgiving, but it also gives you little leeways that you kind of have to take notice of. And I am in a really bad spot right now. Oh, really? Really, game? We're doing this? Oh, come on! Okay, at least I can finally get rid of that. Now, we're going to get a pretty big combo here. Because of all these blocks that we're taking out. Oh, God. Nice. And we got a star. Awesome. Now we can really break through these things. Whew, that was close. You just have to be careful with the star because, you know, you get so into breaking everything that you sometimes forget that you're on top of spikes. Or whatever the hazard happens to be, because not every level has spikes. Oh, and there were the rotating buzzsaw-like things I was telling you about before. There's actually a challenge mode in this game where you're basically put in one of these little arenas and you have to avoid traps for a certain amount of time. And they're pretty challenging, actually. I might do a video showing some of those off. I've completed most of them. I didn't beat them all yet. But I actually, I put a lot of time in this game. I think the only game that has more time put into it, as far as my Steam log goes, is Terraria. But this is basically the gist of the game. And, unfortunately, you can't shoot through traps, so I can't really do anything here. Because if I go below, that trap is going to hit me. So I basically had to wait for an opening like that. Which, yeah, sometimes you do just have to be patient. And it's hard to be patient, though, when the game gets so frantic. Like right now, pretty frantic situation, but I was able to break through. Now, this has the makings of either being a great success or a great disaster. Oh, shit. Ah, damn it. Hey, I'm not going to complain. 5,000 something points is not that bad. I mean, it's not the highest score, but I would say that's about the average of what I usually get. Although sometimes I make stupid mistakes. Anyway, same character again. Now we're going to Retro Relic, which has also pretty great music. I'm going to keep saying that as we get to each level, but it's true. The guy who did this soundtrack, I forget his name, but I'll post a link to... because believe it or not, the guy has a Bandcamp account, and it has this game's soundtrack on there that you can listen to, and I believe you can download it for free too, actually, which I would totally recommend, because it's fucking great. By the way, Retro Relic, as the name implies, kind of looks like a ruin, and there's various things that will fall down as far as traps go. There's also, instead of crates, we have, like, vases or pots. I don't know what the correct term would be. A vase. There's also spider webs, which we can stand on temporarily. They will fade away. Similar to how it works in Spelunky. Also, what you just saw, a rotating energy cannon. And we have the explosives back. We're going to avoid those. And yeah, if blocks fall on them, they will go off. And those little white streams that you saw in the explosive, that's not just display. That actually can and will hurt you and kill you, incidentally. All traps in this game are instant kill no matter what level you are. So that's something to take note. Actually, you know what? That's not true. There's one level where one of the traps is not instant kill. And I'll talk about that when we get to that level, which actually won't be for a little while. But yeah, see, these are the vases that fall down. Sometimes they don't really have anything in it. Sometimes they'll have little bits in there. Nothing major, though, in this particular instance. Oh, God, I forgot about this. This, like, tiki head that shoots a giant, you know, fuck you laser. In this case, it's being blocked. Oh. Oh. Well, it was being blocked there. No pun intended. But I fell to my death. That was actually a pretty lousy run. That was a stupid mistake on my part. Anyway, we are now moving on to Cookin' Caves, which, again, more awesome music, but things change here. This time, instead of blocks, we're on colored rocks, and the spikes are now lava. So yes, the floor is literally lava. Also, this might be up there with one of my favorite tracks in this game. This, Troublesome Tech. Actually, I really like I think it's called Mania Mansion or something like that, which is the penultimate level in this game. But I'm going to shut up right now because I want you guys to just listen to this. Yeah, awesome shit. Now, you're seeing a fireball come up here. It'll basically char the top block. Obviously, if you're under it, it will kill you. Also, we have these fire rotating sticks like you would see in a Mario game. As far as the traps go, they can be dangerous, but I find that some of the earlier levels had more difficult traps to get around. Yeah. So now we got, of course, all this build up here, and this is when I would say Cookin' Caves can get dangerous, because you get all this build up, it's harder to get around, and then suddenly a fireball comes from underneath. You know, or one of those rotating fire sticks, like that. See? fire, fire just comes up from underneath, or one of those rotating fire sticks happens to come to an area where, oh god, now you're trapped and you can't get anywhere. Like this. This has the potential to be really bad. However, do I make it out? Nope, I do not. See, that's how bad it can get. So maybe the traps aren't as easy to get around as I thought. That was another lousy run. No, I'm not going to redo this level, but... maybe if I do... well, when you do the challenges, you can only be the default character. Anyway, we're going to Icy Island next. Another level with a great soundtrack. One thing I really like about this game's soundtrack is a lot of the sound fonts really do sound like they came off of the Sega Genesis and the Super Nintendo. For some, it's fairly obvious. Like, there's, in this level in particular, there is some definitive Konami sound fonts from the Super Nintendo. And there's a level later on, the final level that I'll be showing in this video, where the bass in that is straight up Genesis twang, and it's amazing. But in this level, we have ice blocks that fall down. They are essentially platforms, but they can be destroyed, and I do believe they are slippery. There's also other traps that I will talk about as we see them. I'm just going to take a moment to let you guys listen to this song now. Okay, this is new. I'm surprised this didn't come up earlier, but we have a treasure chest. And if you break the block that's touching it, obviously you get the treasure inside, which is usually enough bits to give you a star. But yeah, okay, now we have icicles that are falling down. These icicles, I don't know why, they're not instant kill. If you are level 2 or higher, they'll just knock you down a level just like they would any other block. I'm not entirely sure why. You would think with the pointed edge it would be instant kill, but it's not. If you're obviously low leveled, it is. Obviously, as you get to level 3 and level 4, you're really going to start tearing shit up, especially when you're this character, who has the ability Overpowered, which obviously makes his shot more powerful than it normally would. Obviously, this particular... oh, okay. We had another fuck you laser cannon. I like to take those kind of things out immediately. If I can, obviously. Sometimes things like this happen. Oh, hey, Bryself is playing 10 million at the time of this recording. So, yeah, that's a thing. Little plug here. He's currently doing a playthrough of Spelunky on YouTube, and you guys should totally watch it, because it's fucking awesome, and it makes me really want to play Spelunky. I have the PS3 version of that game, but I want the Steam version. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about this. And, yeah, I actually bought this game for him. I'm not sure if he ever actually played it. I know he's got, like, a huge log of games that he has to actually play, on top of what he normally does for talkthroughs. But the character I'm using is, you have to unlock him, just like you have to, you only get the default character right away, and then you have to unlock the other characters as you go. But this particular character you get by beating the final challenge in the challenge mode, which, I guess, while we're talking about that, it's weird. Challenge mode is basically, you can play them in any order you want, and there just happens to be a final challenge that you could play first if you really wanted to. which is funny because it's actually easier than some of the other challenges that are earlier. I actually do really well in this area, so we're gonna be here for a while. And that didn't kill the laser cannon, but that's okay because the block is now blocking the laser. No pun intended. This is gonna be a nice chunk of points here. Now, if you're wondering how many bits it takes to get a star, it's how much you collect at a particular in one go. And you'll know that you're getting enough for a star, because as you can hear when you collect bits, you have like a high-pitched like little noise. And the more you collect in a row, the higher that pitch will get. And that's to let you know you're close to getting the invincibility star. So like I collect one here, if I collect another one right now, that's not going to go towards getting me a star. I have to collect a bunch at once. Okay, now we have this little missile cannon, and that missile is homing. The missile is slow, so it's easy to get around, but it's still homing, so you need to be careful. And yes, even if the cannon is destroyed, if a missile is launched, it'll still go after you, so you're not entirely safe. Also, as far as this goes, I used fraps to record this at the time, and the frame rate is not this slow normally. That's just fraps, and I can't really do much of anything about that. That's just my computer. But actually, the quality is not that bad. I actually thought this was going to come out a lot worse. This is where it can get a little tricky, because obviously you got all this build-up, and now traps don't need to fall as far, and you could end up getting, well, trapped. Oh, hey. Ooh, a gem and a chest. Come on. There we go. Now, you don't ever have to worry about bits getting stuck in the walls. Oh god, that could have been... There we go. Oh, now this is where I'm gonna get to tear shit up. And since I'm level 4, look how easier these come down. See, this is where you could end up racking so many points, collecting all these stars and shit. It gets borderline disgusting. And yeah, when the song ends, you actually do have about a second or so left of invincibility. So take advantage of that. Level 4 is the max level, unfortunately. There is no level 5 or anything higher than that, or... You know, there's nothing like an extra level where it says max. It's just level 4 is it. But in this particular state, you really don't need anything higher than level 4. I mean, we're tearing up sets of 4 blocks in one hit. That's how powerful we are. And this is a bad predicament. Because I can't do anything right now. And yeah, that's the end of that run. I'll take 9,100 points. That's pretty good by my standards. Alright, we got 2 more levels to go. Mansion Mania, that was the name of the level. I really like the music here too. Obviously, as the name implies, it's kind of like a haunted house kind of setting. I almost think the name was a play on Castlevania, but yeah. As far as traps go, there's some unique traps here. There's like gravestones that'll drop and like ghosts and monsters will come out. There's bigger buzzsaws. There's a chandelier that'll try to crush you. Pretty interesting stuff, and I'm just gonna be quiet again so that you can hear the music in this stage. As I get treasure. So, maybe not. Because if that's gonna get me a star, there's no point in me being quiet so you can hear the music. Yeah, okay. So, I'm just gonna break this little cluster. Worst case scenario, if you don't get to hear the music, like I said, will be posting a link to the soundtrack, which I definitely think you guys should check out. Okay, here we go. We got these big morning stars. That's actually what they're called in the challenge menu. And see, we got like little skeletons and shit. I really like this stage. This might be one of my favorite stages in the game. I really like the haunted house atmosphere that this game pulls off. Anyway, I will be quiet now so you can hear the soundtrack again. Alright, and, yeah, here's the chandelier. It basically drops, blocks on you. I don't know if those will instant kill you, because I've never been hit by them. I'm sure if somebody else has played this game and has, you could leave a comment telling me if they do or don't. This game is actually about, $7.99 on Steam. I would say comparatively, it's worth it, because there's a lot of... Here's my philosophy when it comes to replayability. This game has infinite replayability simply because of points. And points may seem like an outdated thing, but there really is a thrill, and I'm sure there are people who can attest with me on this. There is a thrill of being able to overcome your prior scores and trying to beat the scores that are already placed in the game. And just improving, and yeah, there I go. But there really is a thrill to just improving and beating your old scores, and beating the scores on the board. Like 60,000 for this board is the top score. To be able to improve that much that you can get that would be awesome. But anyway, we have the final level, Sadistic Satellite. And I really love the music here. This is the level I was telling you about that had that real Genesis twang. At the bottom, we don't have spikes. We actually have like a laser bar. And as far as traps go, a lot of laser stuff and explosives. But I'm just going to be quiet real quick. So yeah, now you see we got a bunch of traps that have fallen down. We have explosive cars. We have these cannon, well, they're almost more like mortars. Because of the whole launching. Ross knows, Ross has a mortar, actually. He uses it every 4th of July. I don't know if I would call them mortars, but they are definitely launchers. And yeah, we have exploding cars that, if they get crushed by a block, they will explode, and the explosion actually has a bit of a spread that can hit you from a distance. And it's pretty annoying, actually. Get rid of some of these. Oh god, that's a bad spot. I find traps tend to fall a lot easier in this level. Probably because it's the last level in the game. So obviously it's supposed to be a higher difficulty. But I really love the bass in this song. I mean, that is straight up like... That's like Oil Ocean levels of bass. From Sonic 2. And it really has that Genesis sound. Honestly, I think that if this game came out on the Super Nintendo or Sega Genesis back in that time, it would have fit right in. And if it did come out during that time, I wouldn't be surprised if people said that this would have been like one of the greatest puzzle games of that era. Because I really like this game. When I first got this game, I played it non-stop, and when I actually got my new computer, I played it non-stop for a while too. In fact, this was the first game I tested fraps with when I got fraps. And we're gonna get a huge... Look at all this green. We're gonna get a huge bonus for this if we actually manage to pull it off right. Oh god. Okay, let's go up here. Wow, I got a treasure chest. Come on, get that star. Ah, damn. We got 2,000 points for that, though. Anyway, that's every level in this game, and I just wanted to show this game off. Maybe you can go and buy this on Steam yourself. I would recommend it. It's pretty fun. But anyway, that's going to do it for me. Until next time, take care. I'm IronFury, signing out. Which is not my catchphrase.